Every time you speak about your plan, you feel movement, but movement is not progress. Let me repeat that. Movement is not progress. You can talk for years. You can explain your vision. You can describe your dream in perfect detail. But if nothing is built, nothing changes. Real change is quiet. Have you ever noticed something? The sun rises every single day. It never announces itself. It never says, "Look at me, I'm about to shine." It just rises, and the entire world feels it. That is power. Power doesn't speak loudly. Power doesn't argue. Power doesn't explain. Power shows results. Now let me ask you something personal. How many times did you tell someone your plan and then never finish it? Be honest. How many times did you say, "This year will be different. I will change. I will wake up early. I will learn English. I will go to the gym. I will start that business." And then nothing happened. Not because you were lazy, not because you were weak, but because you spent the energy talking instead of building. There is a psychological truth about human nature. When you talk about a goal, your brain feels a small victory. You imagine the future version of yourself. People praise you. You feel important, and your brain relaxes. But the body didn't work. The discipline didn't grow. The habits didn't change. Only the ego was fed. And ego is dangerous. Ego loves attention. Discipline loves silence. If you want to become unstoppable, you must choose discipline over ego. Now, let's go deeper. Secret 6. Silence builds mental toughness. When you stop explaining yourself, you start strengthening yourself. Think about this. When you share your goals publicly, you create pressure. Not healthy pressure, social pressure. Now you are not working for growth, you are working for approval. And approval is a prison. You start thinking, what will they say if I fail? What if I don't finish? What if they laugh? Fear enters. But when no one knows your plan, failure becomes private. And private failure is powerful because you can fall quietly. You can learn quietly. You can adjust quietly. No embarrassment, no public shame, no pressure. Just growth. The strongest people in the world failed many times, but nobody saw those failures. People only saw the victory. Do you think successful people won immediately? No, they failed in silence. They cried in silence. They doubted in silence. They rebuilt in silence. And one day, they won in public. That is the pattern. Silence to struggle, to strength, to success. If you skip silence, you delay success. Let's imagine something. Imagine you're training in a dark gym. No cameras, no music, no audience. Just you and the weights. Every repetition hurts. Every muscle burns. Nobody claps. Nobody says, "Good job." But month after month, you grow stronger. Now imagine another person. They go to the gym once. They take 10 photos. They post captions, "New life, new mindset, beast mode." After 2 weeks, they quit. Who will transform? The silent one. Because transformation requires boredom, it requires repetition, it requires discomfort, and attention destroys focus. Now listen carefully. The world rewards results, not announcements. Nobody cares about your plans, they care about what you built. You can talk about becoming fluent in English, or you can practice every day for 1 year. After 1 year, which one will matter? The practice. You can talk about becoming confident, or you can face your fears daily. Which one creates change? Action. You can talk about discipline, or you can wake up at 5 a.m. in silence. Which one builds character? Silence. Secret 7. Silence increases focus. Every time you explain your dream, you divide your attention.
Part of your mind starts thinking about reactions. Part of your mind starts thinking about opinions. Part of your mind starts defending your vision. That is mental noise. Noise destroys clarity. Clarity creates speed. When you move in silence, your mind becomes sharp. You don't argue, you don't debate, you don't justify, you just execute. Execution is attractive. Have you noticed? Truly powerful people are calm. They don't rush to speak. They don't try to impress. They don't overshare because they are busy building. Let me tell you something important.
Privacy is protection. Your dreams are like newborn babies. Would you leave a newborn in the middle of the street? No. You protect it. You feed it. You keep it safe. Your idea deserves the same protection. Not everyone deserves access to your vision. Access is earned, and most people have not earned the right to speak into your future. Secret 8. Silence reveals real supporters. When you stop announcing your plans, watch what happens. Some people disappear. Why? Because they were never interested in your growth. They were interested in entertainment. Some people only stay around when there's drama, when there's gossip, when there's noise. But when you become focused and silent, they feel bored. Good. Let them leave, because real supporters don't need announcements. They support your discipline. They respect your boundaries. They admire your consistency. If someone truly believes in you, they don't need daily updates. They trust your process. Now let's talk about something deeper. Identity. When you constantly talk about your goals, you start building an identity based on words. I am ambitious. I am disciplined. I am different. But identity built on words is fragile. One failure and it breaks. Real identity is built on actions repeated consistently. If you wake up early for 300 days, you don't need to say you're disciplined. You are. If you study English every day for a year, you don't need to say you're serious. You are. If you work on your business daily, you don't need to explain your vision. Your results explain it. That is real confidence. Real confidence is quiet. Insecure people are loud. Secure people are focused. Now I want you to imagine your future self. 1 year from now, you walk into a room. Your body is stronger, your mind is sharper, your English is fluent, your income increased, your energy is different. Nobody saw the late nights. Nobody saw the early mornings. Nobody saw the discipline. They only see the result. And they ask, how did you do it? You smile, because you know the answer. Silence, consistency, discipline. Now let me challenge you. For the next 90 days, don't announce anything. No big statements, no dramatic promises, no public declarations. Just work. Wake up quietly, study quietly, train quietly, build quietly. Let people underestimate you. Let them think you are average. Underestimation is an advantage. When nobody expects anything from you, there is no pressure. You can grow freely. And one day, when the results appear, the shock will be louder than any announcement. Remember this rule. If you talk about it, reduce the talk, increase the action. If you feel excited to announce something, pause. Ask yourself, did I earn the right to speak about this? If the answer is no, stay silent. Because talk is cheap, energy is limited, time is precious, and your future is watching you. One more truth before we close. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. Loud people seek attention. Quiet people seek mastery. Choose mastery. Choose discipline. Choose consistency. Choose long-term respect over short-term applause. Build so much in private that people are confused in public. And when they finally notice, you won't need revenge. You won't need explanation. You won't need validation. Your life will speak, and it will speak loudly. Now it's your turn. Close this video. Put your phone down. Stop announcing. Start building in silence. Because the most dangerous person in the room is the one nobody saw preparing.
And maybe that person is about to become you.